Welcome to Travel Market Life, your companion for industry insights and professional business development. Travel Market Life. Join us by webcast, video or podcast.
Hello and welcome to the 5th episode for the pre-IHTF 2023 conversations. As we near up towards the event at the end of March in Vienna, we've already spoken to Real Hotel Group, Best Western and Accor, as well as some of the sponsors. In today's episode, we're speaking to Neil Seen of Linehome and Antonis Hokiopoulos from Trip Around to find out what's going to be on their minds when they speak to the hoteliers at the event.
Travel Market Life.
Joining me is Neil Seen, the Vice President of Product and Business Intelligence at Linehome. He's going to be talking about learnings from building a digital hotel experience, a Linehome case study at IHTF 2023 this year. Neil, thanks ever so much for joining us today. Now, you've got this big presentation coming up, learning from building a digital hotel experience. I mean, that's where it is right now, digitalization, stacking up that technology within the hotels. This must be a prime event for you and your customers.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan. Thanks for having me. It's really great connecting with others, meeting people, discussing what the trends are in our industry. Of course, how are others solving all of our common problems? It's really nice, but at the same time, also having the opportunity this year to speak about what our learnings are from building our digital guest experience at Linehome. I think it's a topic that's particularly interesting for many of the players that are moving in a similar direction, but of course also spark the conversation and learn from others how they are tackling our problems and this topic. So really looking forward to it.
I mean, the program looks absolutely fantastic because it is a set of case studies, either from hoteliers themselves or businesses that are really building out that digital agenda, stacking up that technology there. So we're going to get some real insights from you about how you put this technology together and the impact that it's had. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we've now been at this for a couple of years and having the opportunity to build a lot of things ourselves while also making use of the other tools that are out there in the market, I think gives us a quite nice insight on what has worked, what didn't work, where we invested maybe too much time in the past, but also what are the key things that our guests really appreciate about what we've built. And I think that's really cool to see over the last couple of years, but I think also something that others can appreciate and maybe take some learnings from.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going through the procurement process of identifying the right tech stack and the right partners is a headache for a lot of people because there's so many out there. But this sort of event is fantastic to really get under the skin and see what technology has been used before and where the pitfalls, but also the opportunities lie. For this year, what do you see are the key concerns and issues for hoteliers and type of solutions that they're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, there have been many things in the news and also in the discussions about inflation, staffing shortages, but also just changing customer behavior, different expectations now in the post-COVID world. And also, of course, with more and more stuff moving online, reduced business travel in some markets, I think there's many common things. I do believe that our digital-first approach has helped us to kind of get over some of these hurdles in the past. And also kind of having built up a lot of knowledge around data insights, using that for our expansion and pricing and so on, I think it's been quite nice. But at the same time, still we are facing similar kind of problems as the others. So of course, exchanging on these topics, I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many people in that room, and the fact that you've got that moment to sit with them and have a proper conversation. And then obviously you've got the networking breaks as well as the lunches and dinners. It really does make for an opportunity to delve into proper conversation with hoteliers and other vendors across the industry. What value do you see that you add to your customers with Linehome?
Yeah, I mean, with our approach, I think we can really offer a superior accommodation experience while having a price competitive to our standard hotel. And I think also our guests really appreciate kind of the entire journey from having their own apartment and the privacy of their own apartment with us, skipping the line at the reception and so on. I think that's really nice. But at the same time, having this experience that both applies for solo travelers, couples, as well as families in our bigger rooms. I think that's a quite nice combination. And then, of course, we can expand and enrich the experience with our digital products also during the stay and not just during the arrival.
I mean, it's amazing how the industry itself and accommodation types has massively diversified over the last few years. What we once knew as holiday homes are now sort of serviced hotels. But obviously, you've got that entire apartment to yourself. Hotel brands are also looking at diversifying their portfolio and adding on a whole set of alternative accommodation offerings. Is there any sort of new developments that you're making at Limehome or trends particularly that you're seeing in this market that you're particularly excited about?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot going on. In autumn last year, we had our big last fundraising. So we'll keep sustaining our fast growth and expanding into new markets, Italy and Portugal very soon. We're really looking forward to also expanding to those markets. Also, of course, increasing our existing portfolio in the existing countries, and also investing our technology, launching new products for our customers pretty much on a daily basis, from improving the checking experience during the during stay product and so on, and hopefully soon also offering more and more services to our customers. Really looking forward to that.
Excellent, Niels. Look, really look forward to actually meeting you at IHTF in Vienna this year, and then actually having a proper conversation interview about this case study that you're going to be delivering at the event, because I think it's going to be really interesting, particularly for hoteliers and other tech vendors that are going to be in the space at the time, to really understand what was most effective. And how the company is also still battling with some areas around digitalization and what lies ahead. So I think that it's a really interesting roadmap for anybody going through that experience or who are planning on that. So definitely check that out at the IHTF 2023. Niels, thanks again for joining me today.
Travel Market Life.
With me now is Antonis Hakiopoulos, the co-founder and CEO of TripAround. Now, this is your second year actually attending the IHTF, Antonis. So what was so great about the event last year to make you return?
So, hi, Ryan. It's great to be here. It's great to join one other year, the IHTF conference. For us, it's one of the few events that give us the opportunity to interact with technology experts in the hotel industry, the hospitality industry, and get to meet with the decision makers in each of these properties and hotels that we want to also attract and convince to use our solution and product. So it's great that you can interact with them, get their feedback on the product that you're providing to them, and get to connect with all of them in person and manage to book a few deals ideally at the end of the conference and for in the following months, of course.
It's always great to make new contacts, as you say, and additional customers at the same time.
Right.
And
Yes.
You're also going to be on one of the panels. So what do you feel are the key concerns and issues that you're having conversations with hoteliers about at the moment?
Yes. So, the technology stack in the hospitality industry is very fragmented. So there are so many software solutions that hoteliers are using to manage day-to-day tasks and issues they face in their business, and you cannot connect all of them in one place. So it's what we do. Also, the fact that we kind of organize under an umbrella solution all the operational aspects they face. It's one of the things that they also, the efficiency in their team. So how to better connect with their guests, how to drive direct traffic to their website, how to provide a better guest experience, increase revenue from ancillary service and experiences without creating more labor for their team. So this is some let's say problems that they do face and that we also try to provide a solution for.
Yeah, I mean, we've all heard about how there's always a dedicated person to manage a particular system rather than actually managing all the systems. It seems to be a way that in the industry we've sort of gone out, we've created these systems that don't talk to one another, but now it's all about how that data can be shared. and all about how you can automate and those process and digitalize some of those mundane administrative processes, I guess, as well, that the staff have to deal with. And this is particularly key at a time when it's difficult to find the right kind of staff as well. I guess this is what you're particularly seeing across the industry, but also the need to reduce costs for hotels, because it's becoming a very costly business, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. So, and just to give you a sense also, since our bread and butter is how to manage and promote ancillary service experiences, how to promote anything but the room, transfers, rentals, whatever you offer, your restaurants, your wellness facilities. And the thing there is that booking those services today requires excessive manual work in many situations. So you have to communicate with the supplier or vendor. You have to get an email for a request, but then get back to the guest to understand their exact needs. You don't have a very detailed way to book all those products online. And just the number that we have here in place is that you might exchange more than 25 emails with a guest just to plan their trip, especially for resorts. You understand how much effort it is needed from any team member or concierge member to manage all that. And we do what we say to our customers that you don't have to reduce the personalization aspect, because they don't want to provide the personalized experience to their guests, to connect with them while they arrive. You get to have all these things, but you get to reduce the time needed for managing stuff that are done manual today. So this is where we bring value. This is where you can reduce the costs by if you cannot find employees, you can use technology to replace a few aspects of your business. But again, you get to train your team in one platform and not lose time on training in multiple systems. All that stuff costs a lot, and they cannot scale also.
Absolutely. As you say, there's so many different aspects that needs to be considered when looking at the tech stack and how you can bring those greater efficiencies. And what are some of the key developments that you've been working on within TripAround over the last year?
Yes. So TripAround, of course, is a B2B travel tech company. So what we do is that we address day-to-day needs of the hospitality professionals, and our guest experience platform is focused on, as I said before, on managing the anything but the room. So it's like how to book, like acting as an umbrella solution, how to book the spa, the restaurant, anything you have inside the hotel. We can manage it, we can organize it, we can help the hoteliers promote it online through many different channels. And this is what we have been doing lately. We try to bring also more revenue through many different channels. Imagine that any hotelier has their website. Right now, you cannot have access normally to bookable services and experiences on their website. So you need to get those bookable products online, which provide a better experience for the guest and also increase direct traffic. You can also create email marketing campaigns that can also drive upselling of those products before pre-arrival, during stay, also post-stay. Just to give you a number, through the last year, we've seen that more than 50% of the bookings happen through TripAround happen pre-arrival, meaning that somebody that travels in, let's say, in August this year is booking services from today, which is amazing, because this is a way for hoteliers. We know about RevPAR, how the revenue per available room, but if you can imagine how the total revenue per available room, if you add all those services, how this can be increased, and how much money more, you can maximize guest spending and profit. This is what we focus on. And lately, we are now launching also, for the last few months, we are developing a new also web app, a way for, let's say, for our customers, especially hoteliers, whenever a customer books a room with them, of course, we do provide services for booking experiences and services through their website, but also now through a web app that we're releasing, we're giving the opportunity to connect with them throughout their trip, because now they have a web app to check their room, to check their check-in, check-out information, plus book more services through this channel. So it's a way for them to have more communication ways with their guests.
Excellent. And as you say, the more that the guest feels that they're in contact with the hotel, that greater accessibility and greater freedom of choice just makes those products accessible, don't they?
Yes, and also data, Ryan. It's data is everywhere. If you manage to collect the data, to organize the data, you get to provide more personalized approach to your guest, which is needed right now. You need to understand that Ryan is traveling tomorrow, is coming to our hotel, and we know that Ryan likes, let's say, sailing trips. Oh, we have this product, let's provide this opportunity to Ryan to book now online. That's something that's needed, and you need to collect the data and to read the data and understand the value that is behind all those information that are collected.
Wonderful. Antonis, thank you very much. You're going to be at IHTF 2023, available for anybody to be able to speak to, as well as on the panel discussion, where we're going to explore a lot more about the interconnectivity between different systems and how that can be utilized by the hotel to bring greater efficiencies and reduce that pressure on staff while always bringing in more revenue, right?
That's true. That's correct. Thanks so much, Ryan. I'm looking forward to this event.
Excellent. Look forward to seeing you in just a few weeks' time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks so much.
For more, go to Travel Market Life. The music sensation by Zach Nelson is reproduced under license from Storyblocks. Travel Market Life is a Haynes Marcoms digital marketing agency production, serving the travel and technology industries.